Hi everyone, welcome to the video 12 of our core Java videos. In this particular video, we're going to have a look at packages inbuilt. In the video number 11, you must have gone through packages which are user defined. So what is a package? Package is nothing but collection of similar classes and interfaces. And as we have already seen, packages is nothing but there are two types, inbuilt and user defined. User defined, we have seen how to create your own package and how to use classes in that package, what access modifier needs to be used, all of that. However, let's quickly revise. Okay, what is the structure of a Java file? The structure of a Java file is, first you're going to have packages. Inside packages you're going to have class. Inside class you're going to have methods, and inside methods is where you're going to have sub methods, variables, statements, operators, etc. Now when you do not write a package, the default package that is available in Java is java.lang. Okay, but whenever you are explicitly writing it, that always has to be the first statement of your entire file. Now taking these two programs as an example, so let's quickly revise what have we done in the user defined packages. So to create your own package, this is the keyword. So whenever you use this keyword package, your compiler is going to understand that you want to create a package of your own and you're giving it the name. In this case, I have given the name as column. And how are we linking it to the second program? With the usage of keyword import. Okay, what are we importing? Package dot. What does dot indicate? Inside of. So inside this package there is this class and I want to use this class. Now what is a package? Collection of similar classes and interfaces. However, in the layman term, what is a package? Package is nothing but a new folder that was created. Now this is the class I defined, and inside this class I have this method. Okay, so here I have written import. Through import, what am I doing? I am trying to get this class and this method also. Now in the main method, what did I do? For the class that I just imported, I am creating an object reference, and this is nothing but my object reference ID. And it can be anything of your choice. In this case, I have used UD, which is like the first letter of the two words of the class, is equals to new. New is used to create a new copy, and this indicates a method. Okay. Now the method name here and the class name here are same, so that is called as a constructor. Now what is constructor type? So let's not get into that in this video. So this particular method and whatever is inside this particular method, we are trying to access through the reference. So here what you need to have? You need to have public. So without public, you have seen in the previous video that you would be getting an error saying that you cannot access it. Okay, so this is how we tried interlinking the packages that are user defined. So here, like how we have written, okay, like how we have written our own package. Now this is for, let's say, a project needs a package. That is how you do it. But there are a lot of things that are most commonly used across everything. For example, everything that's related to mathematics. Pi value, for example. Okay. Now pi value is 3.14, which is universal. Either you do it in your project or I do it in my project. The pi value is not going to change. Now a lot of things like this, thousands of things like this are common across any project across the globe, because as humans we have defined a few things. Now what Oracle team has done is they have written packages, and inside packages they have written classes and methods, variables, etc., which we can directly import and use. So either we are creating a package and inside package you will have either classes or interfaces, or you can use the Oracle define. Only if something is not there in Oracle or something that is very specific to your project, then you can create your own packages. Now, as a beginner, okay, how do you know what package to use, what class to use? So all you'll have to do is, just go to Google and say Oracle Java packages. So you're going to you can see Oracle Help Center all packages. So you open that, you can see a package and the description of the package in one line. Now that will give you an overall idea of what a particular package is going to offer. Now let's say if you click on one of those packages, okay. Now let's say I want to know more about java.lang. I want to know what kind of classes, interfaces is it offering further to what I already know. So all I'll have to do is just click on that package, and based on this one line definition, it will again take us to the internal things. Okay. For example, system.out.println we use. So where are we getting that system from? It is a class. As you can see, the system class contains several useful class fields and methods. Now the system class is present in the lang package. So this is how, as a beginner, you'll have to spend some time, get familiar with this one line things of a package, so that once you start your working life, you will be familiar that, hey, I know that some packages exist within Java, and each of these packages, if I click on it, again I can see their definitions of classes. Now let me write a program. Okay. Now I'm not creating a package, I'm using a package that is created by the Java team. So how am I getting access to it? That is what happens when you download and install Java along with the compiler. You will also get all the class libraries that are included in the Oracle Java. Okay. Now for many of you who are familiar with C, so in C you used to write something like hash include stdio.h. Now this is nothing but a class library. So the same thing in terms of Java, we call them as packages. Import Java dot, I'm just taking an example, util dot scanner. Okay. Now pay attention to the format. When we were trying to import our own package, what did we do? Import Hyderabad dot. Okay, that is what we did. But whenever we are trying to import something of Java, either it's going to start with Java, JavaX, or some of the earlier packages you can also see here, their name is something like this, com.sun. When the Java was originally introduced by Sun Microsystems, they used to have packages in that format. So let's say I'm taking a util package. So whenever I say Java dot, you must understand that I'm referring to the Java inbuilt packages and not the packages that I created. Now Java, this is util is a package, scanner is a class. So class study must, let's say, package inbuilt. That's my class name. And public static void main string args. I'm going to call it let's say, okay, so either it is user defined, or even if it is inbuilt package, ultimately the code is going to lie in a class, and to use the properties of the class we must take an object reference or a copy of that class. So this scanner class, I'm taking a copy, scanner SC. This is my object reference ID, which can be anything. In this case, I'm using it as SC, new scanner. For this particular scanner object, it takes this as an argument, system.in. Now let's do something like this. Okay, I will call it as int a is equals to sc dot next int. I am going to write system.out.print and say, hey, enter the a value. Okay, now let's see what happens before we discuss further. So let me save this. that I saved it. Okay. Okay, now Java C and Java successfully compiled. Now you can see here enter the value of enter the a value and it is waiting for us to enter. So let's say I give some value like 19. Okay, now the value is taken. Now if you want to see system.out.println, let's say you want to see what is the a value, let's say some 12. So you can see the a value is given as 12. Now let's try and do an addition program this way. So what will I do is I'll use another variable b, int c is equals to a plus b. So what will I do? I will not display, I'll just comment this. Instead I'll write something here. Say the result of the sum is. So now I made some changes. Let's see what's going to happen. So it says enter a value. I'll say 12 and then okay, let's, for our understanding, let's change this to b. Let me recompile and run it. Okay, enter the value of a, so let's call it as 20. Enter the value of b, I'll call it as 30. Now what is the addition of 20 plus 30? That is 50. So as you can see, the result is 50. So whenever you want to take the user input for any of your programs, so the provision is given in the scanner class, which is present in the util package of Java inbuilt. Likewise, as you have seen, there are hundreds of packages, lots of classes, which you will learn over a period of time as and when you get a chance. So what is it that you are supposed to learn in this video? The format of this import whenever you are referring to Java inbuilt classes, and the same thing, if at all you want to use, you need to take an object reference. In this case, scanner. So scanner has lot of methods and it says whenever you are using integer values, use next int. Whenever you are using double, so let's say it becomes double, okay, which you will eventually learn. Okay, for now you have learned two things. One, how to use Java inbuilt, and two, how to take user input in Java. So thank you all.